because I'm on a journey with my hormones. And I wanted to sit down and take some time to talk about what I've been doing to reverse some of the side effects I was experiencing. My estrogen tends to be high, and that puts my progesterone out of balance. So the side effects I get are, migraines, heavy periods, mood swings, skin changes, and the list goes on for the things that I go through hormonally. So I'm using some different strategies to work through these issues, and I am feeling better. I'm going to talk to you about one of the supplements that, based on research, I think is most effective for me personally, which is DIM. It's this, and I'm going to link it below. This is a compound that naturally occurs in cruciferous vegetables like Brussels sprouts, broccoli, and I take it in a capsule form once a day. So most people use DIM for the same reasons as me: balancing hormones, reducing the effects of estrogen and mood swings, things like that. DIM supplements can also help with hormonal acne, fibroids, PMS, support reproductive health, and some people find that it helps with their menopause symptoms as well. Men can also take DIM, often for issues like breast growth linked to hormonal imbalances. So I started taking DIM regularly a couple of years ago, and I felt like it was helping a lot of the same symptoms I was having then. And then for whatever reason, I stopped taking it, and in the past 6 months or so, I've had symptoms come back in full swing. I've noticed also weight gain that's been stubborn, and I've been eating well and exercising, and the weight has been just not wanting to go away. So, and I'd say that's probably the first time that's happened to me before. Not weight gain, but it being so stubborn to get rid of. So my stomach is always, or was always, feeling really bloated and heavy, and no matter what I was doing, the weight wasn't coming off. So I turned 36 this year, and I felt like maybe my age was starting to impact my hormones, along with all the typical things in the environment, lifestyles, everything that has an effect on that sense of balance. So with those things happening, I started the DIM supplement again, and if you've ever taken it, you have probably had those initial, early on side effects of taking it. You might have had the headaches, which is what I get during the first week. And those headaches can be brutal, those side effects can be brutal, but I want to say if you start and you experience those, just keep going with it, because as bad as they can feel for that first week, that's kind of your body's way of telling you that you do need this supplement. It's like a detox reaction, so your body's flushing out the excess estrogen and kind of getting your hormones in balance, and in the process you might have some of those side effects. So knowing that it's a detox reaction for me makes it a little more bearable, instead of knowing that it's going to go away. So we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But since I started taking one DIM capsule a day in the morning, typically, if I remember, I feel like I've noticed huge differences. I feel like I'm starting to kind of lose weight more easily. I'm more energetic. I've had less severe PMS symptoms this month. I didn't get a migraine around that time, which I almost always do every month since my 20s. So I see the differences. So I wanted to go into a little bit more about what DIM is. Basically, I mentioned earlier, but it's a compound that it's formed when you're digesting cruciferous vegetables like broccoli. And the compound that comes from eating these vegetables affects estrogen levels in your body. So when you eat cruciferous vegetables, your stomach acid is breaking down a compound. It's called indole 3-carbinol, and in the breaking down of that compound, the DIM is formed. Observational studies do show that there is a reduced risk of certain kinds of cancers and different things like that when you use a DIM supplement, or having a high cruciferous vegetable intake. So when you have the DIM in your system, it's stimulating the production of a more beneficial form of less potent estrogen. So that's creating the balance. It's not necessarily just getting rid of estrogen, it's making sure all the different types of estrogen in your body are balanced. And DIM can also block an enzyme that converts testosterone to estrogen. So if you're thinking, if I want to lower my estrogen levels or balance my hormones, why not just have a lot of broccoli, a lot of cruciferous vegetables? And the issue here becomes that you need to eat several servings in the pounds a day to get the hormone balancing benefits of what you're going to get with a DIM supplement. So if you have symptoms or hormonal-related issues like acne or high estrogen that you want to deal with, it's just not realistic to think you're going to get that from diet alone, and trying a supplement that's going to give it to you in a much more concentrated form that you're just taking once a day Not that you don't want to eat those things too, but you know, if you want to really see those benefits for hormones early on, supplements the best way to go. So you're getting a concentrated dose of DIM, you see benefits faster, it's easier than eating pounds of broccoli every day, and you're getting all of the benefits of the DIM supplement, including those potential anti-cancer benefits. And for men, it can help with prostate issues like prostate enlargement, prostate cancer. So with that being said, the one big reason I said I was taking it is to help with, weight loss, stubborn weight gain. And in my personal experience, this has been very helpful. Like, I feel, the difference, and I see the difference. And DIM can help with weight loss because estrogen imbalance is what leads to weight gain in men and women. So whether you have too much or too little, it can lead to weight gain. So with DIM, you're not only getting those estrogen balancing benefits, but there's some research that shows they can also help break down fat and prevent fat cells from forming. So you're getting all those benefits in one. And if you're interested in taking one and you want to know some of the other benefits along with the hormonal balancing, and the DIM supplements can help with acne, reducing hot flashes. If you're a man and you're dealing with high estrogen symptoms, DIM can help you here as well. So typically in males, high estrogen symptoms might include erectile dysfunction or some breast growth. So this is a supplement you might want to look into and explore if those are things you're dealing with. And male infertility too is linked to high estrogen in men. So if you want to get more balance as a male, again, it is something that you should look into. Okay, so DIM has great benefits, and it's one of those supplements that you can tell is working. And that's rare to find, honestly, to find something you feel working pretty quickly. But in the first week or so when you start, as I talked about, it can be rough. So you kind of have to prepare for that, and don't let that stop you, because if you keep going, those side effects are going to go away. They're going to get better, and then eventually they're not going to happen at all. So I get major headaches for about the first week when I start, and then after that, my headaches go away, and I personally don't have other symptoms. And I decided to look into it because, I usually do get migraines once a month, but not headaches otherwise, and these were not migraines I was getting. When I start DIM, the headache is different from a migraine. It seems to be triggered by motion and, movement. And it does go away if you take ibuprofen, which a migraine for me doesn't usually. So when you start taking DIM and your body's having that short-term response because you're clearing out excess estrogen, toxins, things like that, you might also notice that your pee is a different color. That's another symptom I did notice, because your body is getting rid of those toxins through your urine. If you stay consistent with it, those symptoms are going to improve. And there are people who will experience bloating when they start. I didn't personally notice that symptom, but it is something to watch for too, and realize, things might get worse before they get better as far as detoxing and that detox reaction. There are some things you can do to kind of cope a little bit more with that reaction. Taking DIM with a meal helps a lot. So first thing in the morning, if you don't love to eat a full meal, just a snack with it, because the side effects are going to be worse on an empty stomach. And some people follow a taper up schedule, which I personally don't, but they'll start with a smaller dose and they'll work their way up. So I didn't do that. I started with a dose that I take continuously. So it's one capsule, 200 milligrams. And I just take it the one time a day. Also make sure you're staying hydrated. That'll help your body as it's, pushing out those toxins and that extra estrogen. It will reduce your headaches and make you feel a little better as you're going through the transition. And something else I did this time when I started it that I didn't do last time was really try to support my liver. So our livers are what are processing that extra estrogen. So it's hard on them when you start something like this. So I started taking milk thistle at the same time as DIM, and I'll link to the one that I like below the video. I felt like my liver needed that extra boost because it was trying to filter out those toxins and eliminate the excess estrogen that I felt had been lingering in my body for so long. So those things all help me with the side effects, and so far the results have been great this go around with DIM, and I have no plans of stopping it anytime soon. So as far as supplements in general, I would say as a woman, DIM is probably one of my favorite, and one of the ones that you're going to notice is working the fastest and is going to have the most obvious benefits nearly right off the bat. So when my hormones are off, I feel it in almost every way. And within about a week of taking DIM, once those side effects do subside, I feel like my mood lifts, my physical symptoms get better. It's a game changer. So if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if not, would you consider it? I'm also going to link to the DIM product that I use, which is my favorite. It is, let's see, Smoky Mountain Nutrition. And if you don't like this brand, or if you want to try something else, there's plenty of other good ones out there. Thanks so much.